right, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. 4 hours today, 4 hours straight of fucking choreographed Bollywood dancing practice. And I can tell you this right now, when you look at Bollywood dancing, you're like, that is just basic fucking bitch bullshit. I've landed better moves at 3 a.m. at Scruffy Murphy's, gacked out of my fucking mind. It looks fucking simple, but it's not. And they were giving me the simple shit too. And I was struggling with that. I thought I was a pretty decent dancer. I mean, at hour 4, I was a lot better than I was at hour 1. But still, I need a lot of fucking practice. So we're doing a Bollywood dance to that Dance Monkey song. That Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know that song? My daughter loves it. She fucking dances to it, my baby daughter. So we're doing it to that song. And I saw the chick who sings this song for the first time today, and I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that talent to come in that rapping. I was not expecting the Dance Monkey chick to look like one of the girls my brother used to smoke bongs with in primary school. So we're fucking Bollywood dancing to fucking Dance Monkey. And my body just does not seem to want to move in the way you need to move for fucking Bollywood dancing. I look like a fucking stiff retard. I look like a white guy trying to fucking Bollywood dance. That's what I look like. I look fucking ridiculous. And we've got to do this dance on Wednesday. There's shit on Sunday, turmeric ceremony. We leave to Chennai on Tuesday. That gives me tomorrow, which I'm definitely not doing it tomorrow after today. That gives me Monday to nail this fucking dance. I've already forgotten all the fucking moves. And this isn't something that I can just bail on either. I'm on stage in front of the Indian crowd trying to crank out a fucking Bollywood fucking number, whether I can do it or not. And at this point in time, the path of least resistance would just be to divorce my wife. That would be the easiest thing to do. Listen, it's not working out. I'm not doing the dance on Wednesday. I'll have the kids every other weekend. That sounds like the easiest option at the moment. I can't wait for this fucking wedding to be over. It is driving me nuts now. There's been 20 fucking people in the house all day, every day for like the fucking past 4 or 5 days. And it's just going to get worse and worse. Anyway, I just need to fucking focus on the dance now. I wish I learned how to dance better. That is a skill that is worth picking up. If you're a dude, go out there and learn to dance. Learn salsa, learn anything. Because having a good, mind-body connection, being able to move your body to a rhythm makes you much more fuckable. I could see the difference in the aunties' eyes when they were watching me when I was landing some fucking Bollywood moves and when I wasn't. When I was stiff and like Frankenstein, I wasn't even dirt to them. But when I land 1 or 2 moves, you could see they're like, he's fuckable. Anyway, it's just another one of those fucking Indians. Oh, fucking Indians. Anyway, that's been my Fucked Up Friday. Let's move along to the main event. Fucked Up Friday stories. It is Fucked Up Friday again. And if you are listening for the first time, this is when listeners of the podcast send in their most brutal fucking fucked up story and I read it out for them on the podcast. If you would like to send in a Fucked Up Friday story, send it in to my email now, boylecomedy@gmail.com. Hit me up on social media. I'm Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well. But don't send your Fucked Up Friday stories in there anymore. I can't fucking keep track of them all. So email it to me, boylecomedy@gmail.com, or you can join the Patreon. Support the podcast. It's £1 a month for you battlers out there. And a few of you are really battling, but I have a different perspective than I did yesterday. So yesterday I had 14 declined credit cards on my Patreon for the month, and I was sort of going off. And then someone sent me a message today. It was one of the degenerates who got their credit card declined. But he said to me, he's like, you have 14 people that are in such a bad financial situation their credit card gets declined for 1 pint, but they're still willing to join and pay for your Patreon. And I was like, that's a good fucking point. I appreciate everyone who's joined the Patreon already. I really fucking appreciate it. All it took was a little bit of a change of perspective. And the cunt who sent that message still hasn't fixed up his bill for this month. So if you do join the Patreon, send your Fucked Up Friday story into that and you get to skip the line as long as your story's good still. Anyway, fuck that and let's move on to this week's Fucked Up Friday. So this week's story comes from John in the UK and he calls his story Asian Buffet. So let's get stuck straight into it. Right, so I was at an Asian buffet. Girl who worked on service bar was fit as fuck. And I mean stunning. Not exactly my type as she was Chinese. By Chinese, I think he means just Asian. After getting more boozed on top of the pretty shit and heavy Chinese meal, I garnered the bullshit whiskey courage to ask her out after work. To my surprise, she said in broken English, "As wrong?" I'm actually not doing that voice. He's written it this way. "As long as you pray all night." That's how he wrote it. "As long as you pray all night." This is a good start to a story no matter what happens now. So she said, these are like English subtitles for the story. "As long as you pay all night." So I was like, fuck yeah, why not? I'm a student. I can somehow afford this bullshit. So we went to the club. I paid at least 300 quid for booze. Then two of her Chinese friends showed up. At all times, they spoke Chinese to each other, so I had no clue what was going on. Her friends were okay looking, nothing to write home about. Out of the three girls, the not-so-fit one was whispering in my ear that she wanted to fuck me. I was like, sure. There are sticky nightclub toilets just down there. Little did I know, the fit one was going through my wallet while the rotter was whispering in my ear. After fingering the not-so-great one in the nightclub toilets, I went back to the bar to find my drink moved to a different place. I took a sip of it, and it tasted strange as fuck, but 19-year-old me was none the wiser. About a half an hour later, I was coming up like a rocket. My pupils were like two fucking beacons. To this day, I have no clue who spiked me, but Mandy's great, so can't complain too much. My thought is that it might have been the fit one, but it could be a nonce trying to drug her also. But the fact that she went through my wallet gives me doubts. After the club shut, the fit one asked me if I wanted to go back to her place. I, high as a kite, said, yeah, sure. Yeah, what else are you going to say? Stumbling out the club with Mandy vision and slurring my words like a drunk cunt, I followed the group of Chinese girls to an off-license. And of course, I was paying. I bought 6 bottles of wine and a bottle of Jack Daniels. Fuck knows why. My head was spinning and I thought I was going to chun. After buying the wine and whiskey, we went back to her house, which was above a Chinese takeaway. I stumbled in and walked past 3 old Chinese women playing cards and drinking what looked like petrol. All 4 of us walked upstairs and then laid on her bed. I was pretty much dead to the world and my head was spinning like fuck. Shockingly, one of the girls started undoing my belt. I don't know if it was the booze or the Mandy, but she almost sounded Russian when she said, "Let me see if your cock is big enough for me." At this point, I had Pilly Willy to the max. She started sucking my flaccid acorn. Miraculously, I managed to get hard. And then the other 2 girls started kissing and rubbing me. My heart was pounding. In my head, I was praying to fuck that it was big enough for her. In about 5 minutes, it turned into a massive orgy. At one point, I was sipping whiskey while getting my cock sucked. I have no clue how long it lasted, but I passed out bollock naked in her back garden. I woke up freezing my tits off and walked back into the house. It looked completely different. Walked in and an old Indian lady asked if I wanted a cup of tea. The fuck was I doing here? It was a completely different house. I found out later that we had joined another party at 4 a.m. and I was drugged and hammered and they had a swimming pool and I had jumped in nude. He just adds a little bit of a side note at the end here too. He says, also, the fit one slapped me, bit my lip till it bled and told me to fuck her like I meant it. Insane night, all while AC/DC was playing in her room. Well, that was, Jono, a fucking fucked up Friday. That's one of those nights where you've dodged like 20 different bullets there. It could have gone real pear-shaped for you quite a few times there, but you managed to dodge those bullets like young fucking bucks do. And I don't know how you ended up with an orgy, getting drunk. It was a good night out. That was a good fucked up Friday. Thanks for sending it in. That's it for tonight. Enjoy your weekend and I'll see you the fuck later.